Hello, beauties who appreciate the dark, my peoples. I'd like to start by saying that dark is not equated to evil. Yes, there are some agents of dark that are evil, but dark is also beautiful. Dark is also a source of power. It just depends on who and what they're using it for. So I had to get a tech that I felt like it really expressed darkness in a way that I feel I resonate with. So I got Oracle of the Shapeshifters by Lucy Cavendish. 1, 2, and 3. Pile number 1. Pile number 2. Pile number 3. Pile number 1. Deep dark sea mermaid. Little Red Riding Hood. Mermaid in a koi pond. Deep dark sea mermaid. Find solutions in the unknown places in the darkness. You gotta dive deep. You gotta go inward. You gotta isolate. Gotta dive deep in that koi pond, mermaid. Mermaid in a koi pond. Rediscover your individuality. Become the dragon. The deeper that you're willing to dive, the stronger you're gonna come out. You know, this girl, she's so sweet and kind of sad and scared looking, but she's willing to do the work. Swim deep with these fish. She's gonna emerge a dragon. That's her transformation. Little Red Riding Hood. When she first came out, I was thinking about the story. You know, she had to go and face those scary wolves because she wanted to find her grandma. I'm not gonna lie, I may have this story wrong, but I think that's it. I'm gonna go check it out after this. But it's like she was willing to face what was scary because her grandma meant so much to her, you know? It's the overall idea. I'm not a victim. You know, that's the message for this card. Like, yeah, it's scary, but she didn't say, oh my god, I'm so scared, I can't do this. She said, oh my god, I'm so scared, but I have to do this because I love my grandma so much. You know what I mean? And then in the end, didn't her grandma end up being hella fierce herself? Like, go grandma. I don't know, that may just be one interpretation of the story that I saw. Basically, like, I think that you have a lot of, like, inner demons that have manifested outwardly, and I feel like that you're kind of feeling, like, hopeless, like you don't know what to do. And it feels like it's external, but it's actually internal work that you need to do because everything in our outer reality manifests from what's going on inside of us. It's a truth. This is a science. I'd like to read one. I think I want to read Little Red Riding Hood. Also, for numerology, this is a 3 card. And the first page that I just saw was 33. Although that's not the page I'm going to be reading. I feel like 3s will be beneficial for you. Also, pay attention to when you see a lot of 3s. That's a good omen. Also, start paying attention to what repetitive numbers you're seeing and then look them up. I recommend looking up the numerology interpretation of the number and the angel message for it, and then kind of taking your own interpretation because it could be different things. All right, Little Red Riding Hood. Here we go. This is the one that I want to read. The part. Little Red Riding Hood speaks. Once I was hunted. I do not hunt and return, but I now watch, and I am strong. I am myself, and I am proud of who I am. No one can harm me now that I have this knowledge, and with my mystic familiar, my lone wolf by my side, I continue to walk my path. While I have lost some of my innocence, I have my life, my strength, my voice, my ability to stay myself no matter what others do or say. I will not be a victim. I am not a victim. I am alive. I will never give myself up to their chase. I will stand clear and strong, and I will know that the path I take through life's dark forests will be one I walk with courage and the protection of my unshakable companion. I will flourish, and I will never give up. So a few ideas kind of popped into my head here. In this case, it's almost like she took her demons and made them her friend. Look, it's like her spirit animal now. And this is true, actually. The more you're willing to face the darkness of yourself and of others, you'll see that you'll understand it more, and then it'll work with you. Your darkness can become a source of your power. So that's one idea I want to touch on. Also, I'd like to touch on, I don't believe you can really ever lose your innocence. I mean, I think you can like temporarily lose it. I don't think you can lose it forever is what I'm trying to say. It can always be retrieved. Yes, you will mature and become more attuned to dark forces and darkness within yourself, but innocence can exist with this too. I'd also like to touch on that. So just my thoughts on it. Yeah, bottom of the deck. Strange companions in stranger places. Challenges, use your imagination. The more you're willing to do this shadow work, I think the more help will pop up. Strange companions in stranger places. You'll find you're not alone. You'll start to feel that you're not alone. You'll see we all have the darkness. We all have to delve into the darkness to grow. You're not alone. And I promise you'll come out of this and your life will get better if you're willing to do the internal work. All right, pile number 1. It's an honor to read for you. Whoa, where did we go? Okay, pile number 2. I don't know what happened here. Did I move the cards? Anyway, pile number 2. Quetzalcoatl and the Priestess of Time. Quetzalcoatl, that's it. Quetzalcoatl and the Priestess of Time. Okay. Dragonfly Mermaid. I'm not going to read reversals for this deck either. Just throwing that out there. That's why I knew the lighting was weird. Okay. Jeez, man. Sorry, guys. If you had this much trouble with the lighting, it's okay though. We're gonna work with this, right? Okay. Dragonfly Mermaid. And the Butterfly Ferrets. So you're in transition between your old life and your new life. The Butterfly Ferrets. I am reborn. You're becoming like a new version of yourself. I want to read from this one for you. The butterfly is the ultimate symbol of transformation. The ferret is mistrusting and alert and repels those who would do her harm. This strange combination will see you safe at this time of vulnerability and new powers, for while you are reborn, you must have protection and will ensure you are safe in this moment of highest danger. The butterfly is the symbol of the changing self who somehow is the very same creature it was before. It dwells in one form, enters a time of stillness, and then emerges. The butterfly's transformation is a heroic journey through elements, the dissolution of self, the apparent destruction of form, and the struggle to be free to fly. It is no easy task for the butterfly to emerge from the cocoon. It involves moving through a transition zone that is tight as a baby through the birth canal, and in doing this, its green blood is pumped and squeezed through its untested wings. Without this process of restriction and transition, of something to drive oneself against, there can be no flight and thus no survival for the butterfly. So this transition and transformation for you, it's like you're becoming more of your authentic self, who you've always been. It hasn't been an easy transition for you, but you were protected. That's why the ferrets are here. So you can feel safe in this vulnerable position that you're in. Then the dragonfly mermaid came out. You've attracted wonderful news. This new, authentic version of yourself is attracting, like attracts like. This new life is happening for you. Something new and grand and beautiful is on the horizon. Yeah, basically, like, the message here, it's all good, and it's also just like, although you feel vulnerable and this is new for you, you're protected. That's really the main message that I'm getting here that I feel like you really need to hear. And then Quetzalcoatl and the priestess of time. The time has come. The time to act is now. It feels like it's like the world needs you. Quetzalcoatl, she's remembered, even now, as like a famous Native American woman. I feel like that's a message for you, It's time for you to do something to be remembered for. As your authentic self. That's beautiful. Congratulations. Make sure there's no cards stuck. That happened in the last reading. Bottom of the deck. Strange companions in stranger places. Challenges? Use your imagination. I have a feeling that this, for you, represents like a bunch of new people, like your soul family is going to start showing up and you need to be like, oh yeah, this is the kind of people I was always imagining myself around, Even right now, it's like, I'm your companion. How strange, I'm giving you this message through YouTube, through this deck. Pile number 3. Hedgehog love. Your imaginary friend. The fairy bee. Ooh. Now for you, pile number 3, I think you're getting a blast from the past. Like maybe you're moving back. No. You're not moving back. You could be moving back to your, childhood home and city, but, it feels more like, okay, you're going back for the holidays to where you grew up, getting back in touch with, this lighting is killing me. I am so sorry. This is like the second time now where I'm like, okay, I need to make sure this is better for next time. I'm going to hold the cards up for you. Basically, I think you're going back to your hometown where you grew up. You're going to reconnect with some childhood friends, some maybe even, some things from your childhood, maybe your old bedroom, your old home. Childhood treasures resurface, which is going to make you really happy and make you feel really peaceful. And it's great, especially for the holidays. Who knows, maybe you had an imaginary friend and now you're going to realize like, oh my god, no, that's like a ghost. Like, and that's pretty cool. I always have this theory that like children's imaginary friends aren't imaginary, that it's just like a being in another realm. Or who knows, maybe in this realm and they're just communicating through telepathy. Something to consider. But yeah, this is definitely like a really good, beautiful, peaceful thing. It's going to bring a lot of healing for you because it's like, look, the fairy bee. My life is sweet. Maybe I'm kind of getting the vibe. It's like, maybe you used to be kind of like fiery, like a bee, like I'll sting you. But now it's like you go home and you're kind of softening up. Like these old people are coming back into your experience, these old things, and it's kind of making you realize that like you really appreciate it now. You really see things differently. It's kind of making you more soft. I'm kind of getting that vibe from this card. That's also very healing, very beautiful. I'm also kind of picking this up now too. Maybe old rivals, maybe old family issues that you had with like your cousins or your siblings, or I don't know. Strained relationships are going to start healing. Like that's more the vibe I'm getting here. Like because you're doing personal healing, you're going to start noticing that these new friendships and these new healthy relationships are going to like appear. But I see in this case, it's like it doesn't exactly match the message of the card. Positive, uplifting new friends. I'm getting two messages here. I'm getting that there's going to be some strained relationships, maybe frenemies, family relationships that are going to heal. Also, like new friends where you grew up. Maybe people you had seen before that you always wanted to be friends with, you're going to start being friends with them. Or maybe somebody there you've never even seen before, they're going to all of a sudden be there. I feel like the holidays are going to be very healing for you. You may even end up deciding that you want to stay. Maybe that's the message that I was getting at the beginning. Like you may decide that you want to move back there now. I read one card from the other two piles. I feel like this message is very clear. I've received it very clearly. However, I want to read one for you. So, I'm going to read the imaginary friend. Okay, here we go. You have with you some very important mementos, treasures, and keepsakes, all of which are powerful talismans and totems of protection. It's time to take them out of their boxes, retrieve them from behind the wardrobe, or bring them down from the attic. Find the lovely old toys, clean them, smile over them, and feel all the energy that was poured into them so very long ago. Even if it is the tiniest scrap of something, a fragment of a photo, it holds so much power and energy, and it will show you both how far you've come and how much closer you are to being your true self. All powerful ones who shapeshift and change have a talisman, treasure, or touchstone that reminds them of who they are in a very essential way. It's time for you to seek out this most valuable heart's treasure, to reconnect with it and feel the beautiful power of once again remembering who you are in all of your complexity and fragmented, perfectly imperfect beauty. Wow, I'm really glad I read. That completely sums it up. Furthermore, bottom of the deck for all three. Strange companions in stranger places. I feel like home is going to start feeling very different to you, or your hometown where you say you're from is going to start feeling strange and different in a good way. You're going to be making new friends, repairing old relationships, reconnecting with old relationships. The holidays are truly going to be like a Christmas miracle for you in that sense this year, and I'm very excited for you. Happy holidays.